Patty Loveless was born Patricia Lee Ramey on January 4, 1957 in Pikeville, Kentucky, and raised in the coal mining town of Elkhorn City. Surrounded by Appalachian mountains, her childhood was shaped by bluegrass, gospel hymns, and classic country music that drifted through her home and community. Her father, John Ramey, worked as a coal miner and later suffered from black lung disease, an experience that left a lasting emotional imprint on Patty and would later echo through her music. Her mother, Naomi, encouraged her children to sing together, nurturing Patty's natural harmony and emotional phrasing. Singing with her siblings in church and at home laid the foundation for a voice that would one day be recognized for its honesty, strength, and deep connection to working-class stories rooted in Appalachian life. Early dreams and musical influences. As a young girl, Patty Loveless found inspiration in women who shared her Kentucky roots, especially Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton. Their journeys showed her that humble beginnings did not limit great ambition. Determined to follow a similar path, Patty began performing seriously as a teenager alongside her older brother Roger, who played guitar and managed her early appearances. The siblings traveled frequently to Nashville during the early 1970s, guided by Roger's industry connections. During one of those trips, Patty sang backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, an experience that left a profound impression on her. Encounters with Porter Wagoner and Dolly Parton reinforced her belief that she belonged in country music. Those early moments didn't guarantee success, but they planted confidence, resilience, and an unshakable belief in her voice and her story. Struggles, setbacks, and the road back home. Patty's early adulthood brought both ambition and hardship. In her late teens, she married Terry Loveless, a fellow musician whose surname inspired her stage name. Together, they performed in clubs across the South, blending country and rock influences while chasing stability. The lifestyle was demanding, and financial uncertainty followed them from venue to venue. As Patty's aspirations grew, the pressures of touring, limited opportunities, and emotional strain began to affect the marriage. Eventually, the relationship ended, and Patty returned to Kentucky to regroup. That period of reflection proved crucial. Away from Nashville's noise, she reconnected with her roots and her purpose. Encouraged once again by her brother Roger, she chose to return to Music City stronger, more focused, and determined to let her authentic voice guide her forward. Finding her place in Nashville. By the mid-1980s, Patty Loveless had re-established herself in Nashville, performing regularly and building a reputation for her powerful, emotionally rich voice. Her talent soon caught the attention of MCA Records, which signed her in 1985. Her early releases, including If My Heart Had Windows and Honky Tonk Angel, announced the arrival of a singer deeply committed to traditional country values. Songs like Chains, Timber, I'm Falling in Love, and Don't Toss Us Away resonated with listeners who longed for authenticity. Patty became a leading figure in the neo-traditional country movement, helping steer the genre back towards storytelling and emotional honesty. Her voice carried both vulnerability and grit, proving that heartfelt performances could still thrive in an evolving music industry. The golden era of the 1990s. The 1990s marked the peak of Patty Loveless's commercial and artistic success. Albums such as Only What I Feel, When Fallen Angels Fly, and The Trouble with the Truth showcased her gift for emotional interpretation. Songs like How Can I Help You Say Goodbye, Blame It on Your Heart, and You Don't Even Know Who I Am became defining moments of her career. Each performance felt lived in and sincere, earning praise from critics and fans alike. Patty didn't just sing songs, she embodied them. Her ability to express heartbreak, compassion, and quiet strength made her voice unforgettable. During a decade when many artists pursued pop crossover success, Loveless remained rooted in traditional storytelling, earning respect as one of country music's most trusted and emotionally truthful voices. Love, partnership, and creative balance. A defining influence in Patty Loveless's life and career was her relationship with musician and producer Emory Gordy Jr. After meeting through professional collaboration, the two discovered a deep creative and emotional connection. Gordy understood Patty's voice instinctively, knowing when to let it soar and when restraint carried more power. They married in 1989, forming one of country music's most stable partnerships. Together, they crafted records that balanced polish with raw feeling, allowing Patty's authenticity to shine. Their relationship offered stability after years of struggle, and that sense of peace translated into her music. Gordy wasn't just a producer, he was a trusted partner who helped Patty stay grounded while navigating fame, creative pressure, and the emotional weight of telling deeply personal stories through song. Honoring Appalachian roots through Mountain Soul. Patty Loveless's artistry reached a deeply personal milestone with the release of Mountain Soul in 2001. The album returned fully to the bluegrass and Appalachian sounds that shaped her childhood. Featuring acoustic instrumentation and spiritually rooted storytelling, the project felt less like a career move and more like a homecoming. Critics praised the album's honesty and reverence for tradition, and fans embraced it as one of her most meaningful works. Mountain Soul wasn't about chasing charts, it was about honoring heritage. Patty followed it with Mountain Soul 2 in 2009, further solidifying her role as a bridge between country and bluegrass. These albums preserved musical traditions while reminding listeners that authenticity remains timeless, especially when delivered with sincerity and respect. A legacy of grace and recognition. Over the years, Patty Loveless has earned numerous honors, including awards from the Country Music Association and the Academy of Country Music. Her induction into the Grand Ole Opry in 1988 fulfilled a lifelong dream and symbolized her acceptance into country music's most respected circle. Despite these achievements, Patty remained known for her humility and kindness. Fellow artists often speak of her generosity, quiet strength, and genuine respect for others. She never sought attention through controversy or ego, choosing instead to let her work speak for itself. Her reputation as an artist's artist grew steadily, making her influence felt not just through hit songs, but through the example she set, one rooted in integrity, gratitude, and unwavering commitment to musical truth. A special bond with Vince Gill. Among Patty Loveless's most meaningful professional relationships is her long-standing friendship with Vince Gill. Their collaboration, particularly on My Kind of Woman, My Kind of Man, became a masterclass in emotional harmony. In recent reflections, Loveless described Gill as more than a duet partner. He was a steady presence during both bright and quiet seasons of her life. Their connection was built on mutual respect, shared values, and a deep love for storytelling. Patty has spoken of how Vince encouraged her to trust her instincts and sing with emotional freedom. Their performances felt effortless because they were rooted in trust. Over decades, that bond endured, proving that the strongest collaborations in music are often grounded in genuine friendship rather than ambition. Music is healing and shared humanity. One of the most moving moments shared by Patty Loveless and Vince Gill occurred during George Jones's funeral in 2013. Performing Go Rest High on That Mountain, the two conveyed grief, reverence, and healing through music. Patty later reflected on how the moment unfolded naturally, guided by emotion rather than planning. That performance symbolized what music meant to her: connection, comfort, and shared humanity. Throughout her career, Patty has viewed music as a way to tell the truth and offer solace. Whether on stage or in the studio, she has always believed that songs carry the power to hold people together during moments of loss, reflection, and quiet understanding, even when words alone fall short. A quiet presence with a lasting impact. In recent years, Patty Loveless has stepped back from constant public attention, choosing a quieter life centered on family and personal peace. Still, her influence remains strong. Select appearances, including her 2023 CMA performance alongside Chris Stapleton and Dwight Yoakam, reminded audiences of her enduring power. Her voice, unchanged by time, still carried the same emotional weight that defined her career. As she reflects on her legacy, Patty consistently credits those who walked beside her, especially Vince Gill and Emery Gordy Jr. Her story is not one of constant spotlight, but of grace, resilience, and truth. Patty Loveless stands as a reminder that country music's heart lives not only in songs, but in the people who carry them with humility and love.